was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the London Black Knights and the Kansas City Chiefs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got one. Match box. Right.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
And they will not get a chance to return this. One as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They start the drive with Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. Touchdown! DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Going up top for Cup. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by Gary and Conley.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Darius Slayton, 88 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A pretty big opening there on first down. 8 yards up to the 33. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack. On 3rd down, Jackson rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. He'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Here's 2nd and 8. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. The point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Throwing is Jackson. And able to find Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. They go play action here on first down, escaping the pressure right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
They go play action now. Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And as a result, possession switches hands. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. That's complete to Slayton. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, Slayton. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Back to throw here. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5. And it's caught. Touchdown. Darius. Slayton with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Butker on for the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Black Knights 34. Chiefs nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around? And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Deshaun Hand. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On second down, Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Mike, 58, right there. You're trash, you're trash. Check 9, check 9. Rotate. Spell. 58, boys. 58. 58.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So don't say nothing.
Now Foles. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
I was going to let this go. And that is caught for the touchdown. Kansas City in for the score as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the 1st half. You do have the entire 2nd half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Push him back. Push him back.
2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal.
And the kick by Butker is good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Kenny Moore, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A pass complete here to Conley, and he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Here's Foles. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it'll be second down.
At the 35-yard line.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Single receiver.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Darius Slayton, 97 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So, line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
A 7-yard loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go deep for Conley. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski, and that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They'll set up to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll try and throw for it here. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So he went out of the pocket left, and then things got dicey.
And what often happens is when they get outside, they want to keep their eyes downfield in order to try and complete a pass. But when they try to make a play, they get their footwork involved, and that can really mess them up as well. And in this case, nothing went right, and the ball got knocked free. Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, so they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Going right side, he finds Slayton. Touchdown! Darius Slayton, 57 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. And it's caught. Touchdown. Hunter Renfrow. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. They'll set up a throw, and this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Thompson, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. To Thompson on the draw. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll roll him out right. He can run for it, and he will. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now Jackson on third down. Steps away to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Bannon able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that.
They've got his man complete. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. From the 35 on second down, Jackson, he's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on,
through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. 10, and at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
That game's gone final, by the way, down in New Orleans. And it was the Saints that wound up winners in that one. Dak Prescott, 2 touchdown passes in the W. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number.